Put your cold hands on me, because we are the Insatiable Ones, and with Suede we stay a community, and we will always stay together. And the future is to be better together, and to see new gigs, and to see Suede on stage, and to have big hugs, and to meet us together. So I think our kingdom, our Suede and Io's kingdom will come. This is the future. We'll never give up. Put your cold hands on me. Hooray to say Suede and the Insatiable One. I'm Dominique from France and send you big hugs, and much love. And I hope to see you and meet you soon again.
From the sea, as the tide flows, monsters will come. From the skyline shines the lights of the government, singular history. In a hard world, healed by a gun. From India, where the love in her eyes that say, oh, how my dark star will rise. Invented gear 2,000 years we waited for man. Dear, she died for a song tonight. She will come from India, with a love in her eyes that say, oh, how my dark star will rise. Oh, how my dark star. Oh, how my dark star. Oh, how my dark star will arise. She will come from India, where the love in her eyes. She will come from Argentina, where the cemetery eyes that say, oh, how my dark star will rise. Oh, how my dark star will rise. Oh, how my dark star will rise. She will rise.
Oh, day after day, every morning the city sighs and cars collide. We take the train through the winter hinterland and God's and we wash it away. We wash it away, this gray. Wash it away. 'Cause this time is yours and mine. Hear the city sound, see the lonely crowds. This scene is you and me in the lazy sun. We're the only ones. Oh, day after day, every morning the roundabouts will take us south, past every train, in every station, traffic signs and circle lines, and we wash it away. We wash it away, this gray. Wash it away. This time is yours and mine. Hear the city sound, see the lonely crowds. They see it's you and me in the lazy sun. We're the only ones.
This story I wrote is inspired by many of Brett Anderson's lyrics, and Suede as well. The story is called Autumn Calling. He was a strikingly good-looking man with fine, chiseled features. His beautiful mouth, his penetrating, steely blue eyes that seemed to stare right through you, his dark hair as dark as night, and a finely tuned, rather slim body, which could not be overlooked. Although the man was gorgeous, he was ever so beautiful, as he didn't seem to notice the effect he had on women and carried on with his life, never even noticing the backward glances. I would not be able to guess his age, as it didn't seem to matter. He was always a very busy man, running here and there, and doing whatever he did. I had no idea what his profession was, but he did strike me to be some kind of artist. His busy life in France seemed to have no end to it. He was a solitary figure, with no special person in his life. He rather carried himself as a lonely man with no need for company. The rather antique-looking apartment he lived in was in a quaint part of Paris and rather isolated. The man seemed to want to be alone and was in no need of company that could not stimulate his senses in some way. Night after night he would stay up late and walk around his apartment as if he was still sleepwalking. The lovely stained glass windows in his apartment were rather gothic and beautiful. When the sun set, the beauty of his rays penetrated the lovely apartment. This particular man was always restless and could not seem to come to some conclusion as to why. His eyes deceived him on a number of occasions, displaying a shadowy figure of an unbelievably beautiful woman in the shadows. He always dismissed this as his lack of sleep, as his eyes played tricks on him in this apartment almost on a nightly basis. He sat looking out of the stained glass windows in a rather deep thought, listening to the famous composer Max Albitzer, who was of German descent, but yet lived in France. He wondered if he would ever meet him. It was a beautiful thought as he was sat staring ever so intently on the stained glass windows. Out of the corner of his eyes, again he noticed the figure floating ever so gently, and felt a slight tinge of fear for the first time, as he had been seeing this figure for quite some time. It appeared to be ghost-like in features, not really human. He turned quickly away from the figure. When he turned back, it was gone. Autumn was approaching, which was absolutely his favorite season of all time. He strolled the city streets alone as usual, as the leaves turned from green to reds, yellows, purples, and pinks. He was a rather somber man, as I have said, but this cheered his being as he walked through parts of the city and covered large areas with his day and nighttime ramblings through parts almost unknown in this particular city. One night he was crossing under a bridge and could feel it very keenly that someone was following him. He cringed at the fear that this brought to him. He quickly turned around to see nothing but a slight shadow, almost unnoticeable to the human eye. He thought about this incident as he made his way home in the silent darkness of the city. Could it be the same figure he was seeing at night in his house? All of a sudden he felt terribly alone and unsure of himself. As he reached his apartment, he sadly put the key into the lock and entered into his apartment. As he stepped inside, he felt a presence again. He was in a terribly depressed state of mind. He sat in his chair and again stared out of the stained glass windows and cried. He was an artist, as I said, of some sort, but I never discovered whether he was a writer, a musician, or a painter. Things start to become vague in my mind also, and a sense of sadness is overwhelming me as I write this. The man was such a solitary figure, with no real ties to anyone, which I found rather strange and sad. He turned on his favorite music of the deeply sad music of the soul by Max Albitzer. But instead of this music making him deeply sad, it seemed to cheer him somehow. He had come up with the idea that he needed to move out of the city and possibly escape the shadowy figure of this beautiful woman. He thought somewhere in the forest or country, somewhere outside the city, might be best suited for him. He sat and pondered this for hours and realized this was the answer to so many things haunting his lonely life. This man was so dreary and tired that he seemed to float to his bed in some kind of trance. He quickly fell into a deep sleep, only to be awoken by this figure hovering over him again. The fear was intense as her beautiful face moved ever so close to his. This was the final straw, as she quickly disappeared as quickly as she had come. The move to the country or forest seemed insurmountable, but not out of reach for him. As I am writing this, my mind is thinking how much more lonely could this poor man become by moving away altogether from people and into the forest. By midweek he had made all the arrangements and found the perfect cottage deep in the forest, where he was completely surrounded by large trees and beautiful colored leaves drifting down. The forest floor was completely covered in strikingly beautiful colors. The cottage was absolutely isolated and beautiful. The isolation thrilled him for some unknown reason, and he was happy to be alone with his thoughts and his art, as I begin again to never find out. He seemed to happily disappear into himself completely. The sun set glowing ever so brightly, reflecting the color of the autumn leaves into the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. But suddenly, and without warning, there was no escape for him. As he sat in his chair, staring out at the night, the figure approached. The end.
The streets of summer. Inside her there's no future. She walks the streets to pass the time. The cash machines are laughing as plastic people passing. She walks the streets to pass the time. Sadie, hear the sound of the streets. It's insane as anything. Sadie, she knows the sound of the streets. It's insane as anything. The midnight taxis, the toilets and the back streets. She feels the wheels and needs a light. Outside there's crazy parties, there's dames in faces laughing. So many ways to pass the time. Sadie, hear the sound of the streets. It's insane as anything. Sadie, she knows the sound of the streets. It's insane as anything. Walks the streets of summer. Inside her there's no future. She walks the streets to pass the time. Inside she feels like winter for the child that died within her. She walks the streets to pass the time. Sadie, same as anything. Sadie, Sadie, she knows the sound of the streets. It's the same as anything.
Will you be my lover? Will you be the one? Will you be like no other? For how long? And yes, I'll be your wildflower. Blown through the concrete and born through the backbeat of the stars. And yes, I'm just a lonely girl walking this great big world, and I die as they drive by in the car. And like flies on a windscreen, and like insects in blue, we could stick together if you wanted to. And yes, I'll be your wildflower, grown through the concrete streets and
child in me believes. And for a while, yeah, I'll forget, yeah, I'll forget to see. It's just colors, colors, colors like you and me. Colors like you and me. Like the sky in the morning, like the sycamore trees. Everything made of different colors, same as you and me. You and I, we want to ride the ocean. You and me, we want to sail the stars. You super glue me to a new emotion, mend the pieces of my broken heart. And I dissolve into a kind of limbo when I watch you on the VCR, like Al Pacino or a young De Niro. I'm gonna pin your face on my bedroom wall, 'cause you're my superstar, you're my ecstasy. You got me falling apart. Just a fantasy that's no good for me. Come on and take a piece of my heart. You tell the rain to stay away forever. You tell the sky to dry its eyes tonight. And I'll be watching you through heavy weather. I'll be the friend who is at the end of the telescopic sight. 'Cause you're my superstar, you're my ecstasy. You got me falling apart. You're just a fantasy that's no good for me. Come on and take a piece of my heart. Watch it fall apart. Watch it fall apart. Watch it fall apart. You're my superstar, you're my ecstasy. You got me falling apart. You're just make believe. You're no good for me. But come on and take a piece of my heart. Yeah, we can be together, sleep forever. Ooh, come on, let's try. Yeah, we can sleep forever.
Happy virtual festival, Insatiable Ones!
Roll your nails too long. There's scratches on your arms. You taste like orange chocolate. You always put your hands in my pockets. Your teeth are not quite straight. Your mood swings oscillates. Your language is appalling, and you play with my hair in the morning. Your imperfections are so beautiful. I can't control my animal soul. Your imperfections have got me on a chain. Can't concentrate. I'm a sucker for your beautiful mistakes. And sometimes when we kiss, you touch my fingertips. Synthetic words can't hide me. Passion creeps like death inside me, and slowly become one. We stick like chewing gum. I want your language to be appalling. I want you to play with my hair in the morning. Your imperfections are so beautiful. I can't control my animal soul. Your imperfections have got me on a chain. Can't concentrate. I'm a sucker for your beautiful mistakes. Your imperfections are so beautiful. I can't control my animal
diamonds are drops of rain. Your smile is your credit card, and your currency is your love. And the morning is for you, and the air is free, and the birds sing for you, your positivity. So you play where you want to play, on the main streets where the creeps operate, and you can feel like you're in dynasty, and you can be what you want to be. And the morning is for you, and the air is free, and the birds sing for you, and your positivity. And the cars crash for you, and the sunshine is free, and the sirens call you. Yes, the morning is for you. Yes, the air is free, and yes, the world spins for you in the positivity. Positivity.
Day after day, every morning the city sighs and cars collide. We'll take the train through the winter into lands and garage bands, and we wash it away, this grey, wash it away. This time is yours and mine. Oh, see the city sound, see the lonely crowds. This scene is you and me. Oh, in the lazy sun, we're the lonely ones. Day after day, every morning the roundabouts will take us out, past every train, in every station, traffic signs and circle lines. Wash it away, this grey, wash it away. This time is yours and mine. Oh, hear the city sound, see the lonely crowds. This scene is you and me. Oh, in the lazy sun, we're the lonely ones. This time is yours and mine. Oh, hear the city sound,
the astral plane. Cadillac town, she takes me down, down through the platinum spires, down through the telephone wires, and we shake it around in the underground like a new generation rise, like all the boys, all the cities. Take the poison, take the pity. She and I will soon discover. Take the pills to find.
my insect life. Crawling the walls under electric light. I'll go into the night, into the night. She and I into the night. Is this still life? All I'm good for two. There by the window, quietly killed for you. And they drive by like insects do. They think they don't know me. They hired a car for you. And it's still life is all I ever do, but it's still life, but it's but it's still